The Nigerian government is set to impose a new tax on phone calls in the country as part of moves to meet the needs of Nigerians citizens considered to be most vulnerable to health challenges. This comes despite moves by telecommunication companies to increase the cost of their services as a result of harsh economic realities. We're talking about health challenges of people, so they want to impose new tax on phone calls to finance healthcare. Meanwhile, once they finance it, Buhari will carry the humongous amount to go to the UK to go and treat himself. And there's something that they call a star code or whatever among the politicians, the public officers, whether for them to be able to get some stuff or some privileges outside the country you can spend. If I'm wrong, please correct me in the comment section. They get all this money, they'll go and, do these politicians, do they have a star code or whatever? All these Western politicians, why is it that it's only we? They will tell you, brother will tell you that oh, Nigerians, they love foreign things. I mean, why? This is I've never seen this kind of a height of deceit in my life, that old people will be telling lies, deceiving people. All the things that is said about the previous government is what this man is now doing, not knowing that is the one doing all of those things. He believes in them, but he was castigating them at that time, and people believe that he was coming to make a change. Unfortunately, the man scammed everybody. Now you are talking about, so from people who are making calls, from the phone calls, you want to generate money for healthcare. Huh. Oh my goodness, it's so ridiculous. The telecom tax is the equivalent of a minimum of 1 kobo per second for phone calls to boost the funds required to finance free healthcare for the vulnerable group in Nigeria. These were the promises they made before they came to power, but they couldn't fulfill it, and they are looking for ways to do it. And this is what Oshibajo told us that he's going to build upon. You can imagine at the end of the day, if really they are sincere with all these things they are talking about, if you generate the money and use it for the purpose which you said you are going to use it for, it would have been better. But somebody is at the corner, go squander the money. Just like we have accountant general, 80 billion naira is missing. Whether you are telling us that he's innocent until proven guilty, it is not the issue. The issue is that money is missing. Where is the 80 billion naira? That is it. We have seen a lot of properties that this man used that money to acquire. You begin to ask yourself, since he don't work for his life, where has he worked? If he can even get a 2 billion naira all his life with his level in the ministry or as a government official. No, no. So that is it. Somebody somewhere will just pack the money and squander it. If really they are going to do the right thing, why not? Everybody will benefit, but it's a lie. Some will use it to go abroad to go and treat themselves. Why Nigerians will still be suffering? Why Nigerians will still be suffering? The information was contained in the National Health Insurance Authority Bill 2021 signed by President Muhammadu Buhari recently. The act includes a provision under Section 26, subsection IC, which subsection 1C, which states that the source of money for the vulnerable group fund includes telecommunication tax, not less than 1 kobo per second of GSM calls. The fiscal policy partner and Africa tax leader at PricewaterhouseCoopers, Taiwo Oyedele, said. Okay. S26 of this new law imposed a telecommunication tax of not less than 1 kobo per second on GSM calls, with cut rates at about 11 kobo per second. This translates at a 9% tax on GSM calls. The tax is one of the sources of money to the vulnerable group fund to subsidize the provision of healthcare to the group defined to include children under 5, pregnant women, the aged, physically and mentally challenged, and the indigent, as may be defined from time to time. According to the Act, the Vulnerable Group Fund is money budgeted to pay for healthcare services for vulnerable Nigerians who cannot pay for health insurance in a bid to subsidize the cost of provision of healthcare services to vulnerable people in the country. For funding, the Act provides several options such as basic healthcare provisions fund to the authority, health insurance levy, telecommunication tax not less than 1 kobo per second of GSM cost. It also stipulates that money that may be allocated to the vulnerable group fund by the government, mostly that accrues to the vulnerable group fund from investment made by the council and grants, donations, gifts, and any other voluntary contributions made to the vulnerable group fund. Also in the new act, every citizen in Nigeria is expected to obtain a health insurance policy. Hmm. Somebody just somewhere just laughing, say, cool money for me. They bring the money, they go zap bam. That's it. That's the problem. If these people steal money finish, they turn to citizens to pay it. How can we continue with this and progress as a country? After 80 billion naira stolen by Auditor General of the Federation, now Nigerians are bearing the brunt. It is unacceptable. Why can't they remove just 2% from from all the senators and House of Representatives member salaries? Why must they always love to make the common Nigerians uncomfortable? Which healthcare are they talking about? The grace of God and self-help is what have been sustaining majority of Nigerians. Use part of the 80 billion naira from the accountant general to finance such and free the already heavily taxed Nigerians. It's just so bad. Make una kuku impose a tax on air we breathe. How did we get to this level for God's sake? Is this PMB and APC all promises cancelled? Let government normal at all? No. I don't think so. They never make people friendly policies, always making policies that bite hard on the masses. What happened to all the recovered loot under this administration? Can't they channel that into healthcare? Can't they? Another state-sponsored fraud we need to uh, canonize Hush Puppy and introduce a national holiday in his name. The Nigerian masses and their usual willing. After willing here, you will see votes and like oppressors and call for the neck of those that want to redeem you. Make federal government increase the violence until you guys see reasons that the Nigeria project is for the political class and their cronies. That's it. It's unfortunate. So guys, let's hear your opinion and your thoughts on this.